What is up, Guardians? Insecure Penguin here, coming at you with a brand new Destiny 2 video. Today we are going over the Lumina quest and how to get it, how to get through it as quick as possible. So with that, let's jump into it. So first things first, you're going to want to actually pick up the quest. So you need to start at Trossland and run towards the salt mines. You can follow the path that I'm taking right here, go through the mines into the Fallen Teleporter. Up this hill, you can just run past these dudes if you want. And you're going to head to the camp where we picked up the Thorn quest. Now, you'll see it actually wasn't at the bonfire how it originally was. I was actually looking around, I was pretty lost, but it actually is on the other side of the camp. You'll see I figured it out eventually. Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, so you're going to want to go loot this chest right here, and then that's going to actually give you your quest as well as a positioning device for the next step. And what you're going to want to do next is find this hidden cache that changes location on the hour. So that location device is going to tell you the roundabout area that cache is in. So you're going to want to head there. Like for example, mine was in Shaft 13. And so I have footage of where that is if you are in the same boat as I was, but my brother was on IO for his, so it can change depending on what time it is. But all in all, it appears that they're all going to be in lost sectors for the most part. And our next step is going to be creating 250 orbs of light, and that's a lot easier than you think. I got this done in maybe 5 to 10 minutes just playing Escalation Protocol with a buddy. And so I recommend just coming to Escalation Protocol and running it, because we're going to actually come here for the next couple steps as well. You're going to just save time by heading here early. And a quick side note, it's a lot easier to do this if you have a couple masterworked weapons, so you can just get multi-kills and create those orbs that way, as opposed to just relying on your super. On completion of this step, you will be rewarded with the Rose hand cannon, as well as 3, I guess you can call them sub-quests, because they are all 3 going to need to be done in order to progress to the next step. And so in short, those 3 quests require you to get 100 weapon streak kills, which is basically just consecutive kills between reloads on any weapon, a score of 50k or higher in a Nightfall Strike, which is very easy, and then 35 completed waves of Escalation Protocol / Blind Well, but I found that Escalation Protocol worked really well if you do it the way I'll show you. So you're on Mars, you've been playing Escalation Protocol, and since literally everybody else is doing this quest right now, there's a good chance you've had enough people to make it to level 6 or 7, especially now it's not that hard to do. But anyways, for those of you who don't know, 7 is the boss phase, what you'll see behind in footage. When you kill him, you will get 3 points for completion instead of just 1. And then it'll take you right back to number 6. You complete level 6, you get 1 completion like a normal one. And then you get to come right back and do level 7 again and get 3 more points of completion. So you can just keep going back and forth, and farm a total of 4 for an actual run, which is really nice. On top of that, you get to have a chance at getting that Aikilo shotgun, which I actually finally got today. And for your streak kills, you most likely will have already gotten them done while playing Escalation Protocol, but if you for some reason have not, you can always run a lost sector and try to get that done real quick. And again, our last step is a Nightfall with a score of 50,000 or better. My fire team and I, we ran the Hollowed Lair because one of us needed a Mindbender's Ambition. It's also a pretty easy one to run. We threw on Grounded, Momentum, and Solar Burn because we have our new Aikilo shotguns, and it was a breeze running it. And on top of that, we were able to get our 100k done this week. Next up, we have to get some activities done while wielding Rose. You and your teammates and or fire team should all be using Rose to get the maximum amount of credit possible. Now my fire team and I tried a couple of different options. We played some quick play, we tried the Menagerie, and we ended up ruling that the Menagerie is the best bang for your buck. The reason of course being that you can just fly through it now that everybody's a higher light level. And if you have 6 people who are all wielding Rose, you can get a total of 35% towards your quest, which is huge. Now, for those of you PvPers like me, like I said, we did try quick play, and for some reason, when we had a 6 stack, we only got like 2% towards our completion. So I don't know if it's intended to be that way. I don't know if it's a bug. However, when we had a 3 stack and we went into quick play, we were getting 10% consistently. But all in all, I still think Menagerie is the best way to go. Now next up, we have another 3-part quest. We are going to have to create 50 orbs of light, defeat guardians with our hand cannons as a team, and we're gonna have to stop one invader from killing anybody on your team in Gambit. So for the orbs of light, I recommend going right back to Escalation Protocol and farming them out real quick. Again, it took me about 5 to 10 minutes to get this part done. The hand cannon kills took me maybe 2-3 Crucible games. You don't even have to get killing blows all the time, you just have to get an assist and the opponent has to die to a hand cannon. And I just want to put this out there now, you do not have to use the Rose hand cannon that it gives you earlier in this quest. You're actually welcome to use any hand cannon. The quest is not specific on which one you need to use. And for the invader kill, I recommend going into Gambit. If you have Truth, throw that on, grab the power ammo, wait for the invader, and GG. And if you've made it this far, all you have to do now is run the Will of the Thousand strike, kill Zol, the end boss, and then destroy crystals overhead that you'll find in multiple rooms. And go ahead and launch this strike normally. You're going to see in this Dynamo approach area, we just got 2. And there's going to be a total of about 7 in here if I do recall. Yeah, we're going to have 3, 4, 5. Then there's going to be 1 above the doorway where we gotta go, 1 on the cliff, and 1 right above that rock arch. So there's the cliff one. You're gonna see me get the doorway one right there, and then 1 near the rock arch. So you got 7 right there. You need a total of 11 for this quest, so you're pretty much already done with that step right here. So in the very next room, I think it's called the Alton Dynamo, we're gonna have like 4 or 5 other crystals. My fire team had already destroyed a couple before I could get them on film, but like you'll see them, they're all floating above head, and there's a ton in this entire strike. So you should be done with the step right here in this room, but if for whatever reason you're not, just stay tuned, I'll go through the others. Now when you get to this room, you're going to see 2 immediately in front of you, above you, like above that scaffolding thing. You're going to see 1 off to the side. You can get it by jumping over the wall. You're going to see a couple floating above your head. And one thing I wanted to say, you're not on any sort of time trial when you're doing this. You can take your time, clear the room, and just kill all of these crystals and just take your time. This very next room, I believe, has the most amount. I didn't even count, but there's probably 7 to 9 of them in here. It's ridiculous. And they're all floating out in the open. There's a couple hanging to the right when you first walk in as well. So that's a good thing to pay attention to. See, those 2 right there. And yeah, so you got those. And then pretty much the next ones that you'll find are going to be at the boss encounter. Alright, and here we are at the boss fight. So you're going to see immediately, you can see them from this tube that we were in. You can see 2 off to the left. There's going to be a bunch behind you where you jump down. I'm going to be grabbing those right now. You'll see they're also going to be on top of these pillars. I don't even notice it till a little bit later in the fight. See, look, there's one right there near the boss. And that's pretty much it, guys. I've shown you way more than 11, and again, you only need to destroy 11 of these crystals to complete this, as well as kill Zol, but that's easy. And that's it, guys. If you've killed Zol and you've destroyed 11 of those crystals that I've showed you, as well as follow this guide, you're done, man. You're gonna get your Lumina. Now, a quick side note, you can do your victory dance and all that like we were doing. We actually just started to panic at this point in the video because it was not dropping. It does take a little while. The chest has to be opened, and then it still takes a minute for that item to drop. So yeah, so see, there it is. Takes a little while, but I'll tell you, this gun is really worth it. It is quite grindy, not as grindy as the Thorn quest in my opinion, but it's a lot of fun to use. I've tried it out in Crucible for a bit. I might try to see if I can make it work in comp. I'll let you guys know. But yeah, if you liked the video, and if it helped you, please drop a like. It does help me out a lot. Consider subscribing. I do want to put out more guide videos in the future. And yeah, that's it. You guys have a wonderful day.